right, guys, Gassed Up Podcast back for another episode. And Brett, let me tell you something.
Tell me.
Let's say hypothetically you get a new BMW, but you want to add a little sugar, a little spice, a little everything nice to it because it's not quite your vehicle yet.
Okay.
I know the guys that can do a little customization for you.
Tell me about it.
You might know of them. It's G4 Science and Graphics, baby. You want to get your car wrapped or anything done, these guys can do it all. They can wrap anything from cars, planes, to trains. Maybe don't quote me on that, but if you can dream it, they can do it. Go down to G4 Signs and Graphics, get your next work order done. They can do anything. And not just wraps, signs as well. So go see Corey and the boys. Give them a follow at G4 Signs Graphics. And yeah, Brett?
Holy shit. First off, Corey, if you're listening, you're going to need to pay more after that ad read. Holy, coming out hot. Carter, good to see you. We're back in the watering hole together again. This, if you're watching on YouTube, is being videoed again. It was not going to be done as well as the last one because we cannot afford the duties of Denny and her team over at DB Visuals. That is a one-person team, but still. Huge thank you to her. Going out to her for the last video. Unbelievably well done. The time and care she put into it when she really didn't have to. It probably just because Cody begged. It got him on a pod and on YouTube. So lucky Cody, but it will not be understated how thankful we are to Denny for what she did, and thank you to all who listened.
Yeah, that turned out to be like 25 times better than what we expected to be. I didn't think she's going to go that.
That was insane. Zooming in on my face.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I don't know how you do that, but we're going to record this on my iPhone. You can see how that works.
Shot on iPhone.
Yeah.
Free ad.
So,
but we're back in the watering hole together. It's so much nicer than summer when we're actually together for podcasts now. Little face-to-face interaction. But, yeah, what's new?
Not much. I see you got a nice little Charlottetown Islanders on there. If you can't see this on the shoulder, it says little P.E.I. You got some stories for us?
Yeah, I got some stories for you. So I visited the right coast while you were gone last time. You know, but... I went out there with an unnamed travel partner for his sake, and we had a good time. We left on a Friday, came back on Monday. You know, people are always like, that's a quick turnaround. You don't get to see... No, it means you floor it for 2 days. You get everything done. You get to see what you want. You get out. I did the same in Boston. Yeah, would one more day always be nice? Sure, but you plan accordingly, and you get it done. Anyways, we fly out there on Friday. We have to land in Montreal. Okay.
Great place.
I want to go out for a night there so bad, but second time I've flown into this airport, we go to this bar and beers, immediate beers down the hatch. They're flown. We got a 2-hour layover. That's perfect time. Not too drunk. Nice buzz. You know, I don't need to tell you about an airport.
Nope.
Get a nice buzz on. We're feeling it to getting on the plane. We get on this plane. They're asking what we want to drink. I'm not losing my buzz before I get to the island. So I immediately ordering drinks over and over. We get the girl next to us, local to P.E.I. She's telling us all about where to go, what to do. Get her floored on the red wine.
She lucked out meeting you two on the plane, hey?
She what?
She lucked out meeting you
she
guys
sure
on the
did.
plane.
She thought we were a legit movie. She's like, these two cannot be real. Classic Albertans, just booze bags. We land, whatever, get in about midnight. Drop our bags straight to the bar. Welcome us to the right coast.
Yeah.
Properly. Good night out, whatever. Saturday. We wake up, kids are hurting. But we're there to watch some hockey, to see Shugs play, and we want to tour this place. 2 days. Make our way around Charlottetown, beautiful place. If I can't recommend anything, go to the East Coast. It's gorgeous. Great people, great food. I'm going back in the summer, for sure. I have to. I have to. The jersey, though. Highlight of my trip. So we go over CHL, WHL, OHL, QMJHL. For everyone who knows. This is QMJHL. We go to the rink, and we're walking around touring, and we come up to their dressing room, and they have a stick rack. It's empty. They're on the road. Doors are closed, but they have a riveter and a skate sharpener set, a classic rink setup. And I look down, and there's a folded-up jersey.
Ooh.
And I look to my travel partner, and I say, I want that. And he tells me, yeah, go ahead, take it. It'd be pretty rock star. And I was like, what could happen? You know, you start thinking I've never stolen anything in my life.
You're thinking worst case scenario.
100%. But then I was like, wait, what is the worst case scenario? I'll go to jail? Like
Probably not.
over a jersey?
Yeah.
Like, what are they gonna do? Fine me? Like, I don't know. Let's be unbelievable. All I thought about was you and Gassed Up Podcast.
Yeah.
Team guy. I need a story. Okay.
Worst case scenario, someone catches you and they make you return it, and you got to be a little embarrassed about it. Yeah.
I will never see that person again.
No.
So mull over it a bit. I go back. Fuck it. I grab this jersey, and for you not watching, and for you watching, game worn Charlottetown Islanders jersey. Little bleach from the blood stain.
Yeah, a little blood stain too.
Little name on the back. Kid sucks. I looked up his stats. Pigeon. 5 points in your 19-year-old year. He's going nowhere. But this jersey is Fire Flames. Not only that, we go out that night. Shug's Unreal Restaurant. This place had just, like, I couldn't take you there. It's too classy.
Okay.
Right? I shouldn't have been in there, but I was. Great seafood. Great drinks. I get drunk enough, I put the jersey on. In Charlottetown, I put the jersey on.
You put contraband on.
I put her on. I'm fitting in. It's time to fit in or fuck off. We finish at this nice restaurant.
Yeah.
We go across the street, live band pub. Is there anything better than live music?
Not really.
I don't think
Live
so
band's
either.
very underrated.
It does not happen enough in like Red Deer or anything.
Yeah.
Maybe we should start. Anyways, I'm a huge live music fan. As most of you know, if you watched the last pod or listened, I sang on stage. So immediately, 12 out of 10, asked the band if I can sing. Hard no.
Shut down.
Shut down.
Yeah.
Twice. Whatever. In the jersey. We go out to the deck. Beautiful out there in P.E.I. We're hanging out. Locals come up. Well, what are you, like, who are you guys? Everyone knows everyone, it seems. Everyone. They all know each other. So who are these new guys? One of them's missing an arm. And we start explaining we're from Alberta, and they're going crazy, and they're, well, why are you here? I don't even let my partner answer. I immediately tell him I'm here to visit my cousin who plays for the Charlottetown Islanders.
So you're not Brett Fox anymore. You're Brett
Gallant.
But
But I still told him I was Brett Fox. I didn't want to far-fetch.
Fair enough.
So I tell him I'm here to visit my cousin, which none of them were hockey fans because if you knew anything, Charlottetown wasn't in town this weekend. So whatever, they're loving it. They think it's so sick. We're from Alberta.
Yeah.
It's like a different country to them, apparently.
Pretty much.
Like, they were all just wowed, wanting to know stories. Don't remember much of the night, but it was sick. They were all talking to us until one kid comes up. He goes, "Oh, you're an Islanders fan?" I go, "Yeah, my cousin plays for him." He goes, "Oh yeah, who's that?" I go, "Gallant." Show him the back of the jersey. He goes, "Oh yeah, you know his brother?" and I like even looked up this kid's first name, but obviously I wasn't digging into his family, so I was like, "Fuck, kid's got me." So I go, "No, I don't know his brother." And he goes, "You're his cousin." I was like, "Yeah, no, I've never met them. I just came out to watch him play hockey. I coach hockey, so I love it, and I'm here to see him." "So you don't know his brother?" It's like, "No, dude, I've never met either of them. It's my first time. We're just related. He sent me a jersey." He's like, "Oh, well, his brother's a dickhead." It's like, "Oh, I'll let him know. Carry on, man. Like, stop ruining my
What
night."
a way to like come up to somebody to say, "Hey, yeah, do you know that guy's brother?"
Yeah, like,
He's an asshole.
yeah, like, come on, just leave me alone.
I want to know the story behind that.
What
are
was his thought
Gallant's
process?
Kids. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently, like, Gallant's the most famous name on the island. You know Gerard Gallant, who coaches in the NHL?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's where he's from, is
Oh,
P.E.I.
okay.
So, like, anyone named Gallant is, like, related to him.
Or something. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a big name on the island. So, obviously, like, there's a lot of them, and people know them, whatever. So, that kid kind of put get bent him.
Yeah.
Carry on the night, lose my wallet. Not good. I need to fly.
I lose phones. You lose wallets.
You lose sunglasses, too. But
Yeah.
anyways, I go up to my travel partner and I go, "Hey, do you have my wallet?" He's like, "No." We're both 12 out of 10. And so I start freaking out, and I'm not happy. I'm a very, very angry little guy. So I'm going around, "Who's seen my wallet?" Just losing my mind. Finally, I get the manager to come out, and this guy is a fucking tool bag. He looks like McLovin, first of all, and he is on a power struggle, like
Yeah.
short man syndrome, whatever, and he's just being a dickhead to me. So, me being drunk, I wasn't very nice back. This guy was being an asshole to me, and we had some choice words. It's like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's probably put up with some shit, but just be nicer to me. I'm trying to find my wallet, dude. Like, I need to fly home, and comes down to us having some choice words. And me being told to leave the bar, which, fair enough. But we leave the bar, we go downstairs, and I turn to my partner there, and I go,
Travel partner.
my travel partner, and I go, dude, check your pockets one more time. Pull everything out. He's like, I don't have your wallet. Pulls out. He goes, fine. Pulls everything out. What's in his hand is my fucking
Goddamn
wallet. I was like, you dickhead. You had my wallet the whole time. Fair enough. Like, he explained to me, when he thinks of a wallet, he thinks like a leather, like full, like a normal wallet.
Oh, but you had like the thin
I
one.
have just the card holder,
Yeah.
right? So fair enough. Classic mix up. $42 in McDonald's. We had a local drive us home. Couldn't get a cab. Some guy just bombs up. Oh, where are you going? Yeah, tell him. Takes us there. That's just the East Coast lifestyle. So overall, a very eventful trip in 2 days. Sick jersey out of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
What else could you ask for?
I love week vacations, like I said.
Yeah.
But
That is like
2
how
days?
some people actually travel.
Oh.
They just want to go rip it for 2 days and then get out of there.
I think it's the best. First of all,
It is because you just don't stop.
no, you don't
Yeah.
stop. You make we had a list going in, what we wanted to see. We saw everything we wanted to, and you get out. And also, going quick, you don't spend as much.
Yeah, and I feel
Right?
like if you're going for a while, then you end up just spending a lot of time not doing much.
Yes,
and wasting a lot of time. But if you
especially
just
a place like P.E.I, like it took us 5 hours to travel the island.
Yeah.
Like an extra day. What are we gonna do? Mm-hmm. So watch some hockey. It was sick. Great trip.
go travel the island just backwards.
Like
the way you did
yeah,
the first
the other
time.
way.
Yeah.
Like what else? That's all I needed to see. So no, great time. But no, back being a student. What travels have you endured as the traveling man you are?
Yeah, just got back from work. What's it, like a week ago now?
About a week
I just want to say it's November 22nd and there's still no snow on the ground. I love it.
We are gonna get hammered in the new year. Hammered.
It's gonna come all at once.
Oh, we're gonna get dummied.
But I want to talk about something that kind of grinds my gears, and it's proper travel etiquette. I get, not many people might not travel as much as, let's say, like I do, or more than the average person. But
You don't need to be a normal human being.
no, but like there's just some things that you think about other people. Okay, let's talk about boarding the plane. Number
I'm so
one.
in on this, especially after being on a plane. It just gets me going. So
So when they call you, they say zone 1 and you're in zone 3. You're not supposed to go yet.
you're not supposed to go.
You load zone 1 first, 2, then 3. Did you go to grade 3 or kindergarten and learn how to count 1 to 10? You can probably figure out how to load by zones. Number 2, it's not a rule or anything, but it pisses me off, and it's carry-on baggage.
Oh my!
I can't
God.
stand people who feel the need to bring on the big hard case carry-on, and especially when you're getting onto like a smaller regional plane and it doesn't fit. Also, number 3, know the fucking plane you're flying on. Some are big, some are little. So for carry-on baggage, my rule of thumb is backpack. Backpack, something soft so it can squeeze, gets in there easy. And yeah, if you want to take a bunch of luggage, put more in your check-in bag.
100%.
Like,
We went all we took, both of us, backpack each,
that's all I take
and that's
ever.
all. And first of all, when it comes to loading zones, for the love of God, can we change it from back to front?
Yeah. Actually, maybe load the business class first, just because they're paying like 3 times
Yeah,
the
but
amount.
also, do you actually want to be on the plane longer?
But
Like, if I'm
when they get on though, they the flight attendants get like their breakfast order and stuff ready.
Oh, that's
for the time.
so
Yeah, so you
baller.
kind of want to do
Never
that
mind.
first.
Okay, fair. That's fair. But the rest of it, like we're in the back of the plane. We're not taking good seats. We're trying to travel on a budget.
Yeah.
And I have to walk through all these choice word people, and the bags, dude. We had this one guy on our flight from P.E.I to Montreal. Last guy on the plane, of course. 3 bags. First of all, how he got let on, I have no idea.
Yeah.
And he's trying to no shit. All the space is gone. You're the last one on the plane, and he's trying to find. And he's standing up and he's walking around. And then he wasn't sitting with his girlfriend, so we had to ask the guy to change. Then he had to move his bags. Then he was asking the flight attendant for water before we took off. And like everyone on the plane just feels the same thing. Like, first of all, let's just open a door when we're 30,000 feet and push this guy out. Is how I was feeling. But another thing for me, again, not a rule, but the leaning your seat back.
I do it.
Oh, I think
I
you're
do
a
it.
scumbag
So
if there's people behind you.
I look at the guy behind me, and if he's leaned back, then I'll go.
Fair.
I feel like if everybody just leans back,
Fair.
bingo, like it's good
But
to go.
if someone's leaned back on me, I want to lean back, but the guy behind me is a good guy not leaning back, then I'm just stuck in the middle
If
zone.
you are the second last row, so like the guy in the back, they can't lean back. It's
Yes.
impossible.
Dickhead
Second last row,
move.
don't lean back.
No,
like,
so
please don't do
but
that.
still, I like not even a courtesy. Hey, I'm gonna lean back. Like, I just think it is so scumbag to lean your seat back on a plane. I really
Let's
do.
make this real. If it's over a 2-hour flight, you can lean back. I think that that's
No,
because I don't want to be sitting up like this for 4 hours and I'm flying to Toronto.
I also don't want your
that.
seat touching my knees.
I got short legs, so it doesn't like that's
oh.
probably why it doesn't bother me.
Fair, but being
the first
tall, it's
place?
like, just ask me if both people did it on the way there. If you just asked me, I'd been like, yeah, you
Yeah,
know what,
go
that's
for
fine.
it.
I
You
just
just want a
think
courtesy call?
yeah, I do.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that
fair
too
enough.
much to ask for?
No, it's all
yeah,
right.
it is in 2021. It's way too much
probably.
to ask for.
Oh,
that drives me.
another
bananas.
one.
Yeah.
I probably should have said this at the start. So like when they're gonna start boarding, the shit you want to have on the plane, like your phone, maybe your iPad, your earbuds, your wallet, all that stuff, your charger, get it out of your goddamn bag before you get on the plane,
Another good
and
one.
go up to the
Another
gate
good one.
agent as they ask, please have your valid photo government ID ready. And some people go up there and they got to put their bag down, open it up, get their shit out, show it. Then they go get on the plane. And then before they sit in their seat, they have to freaking set their bag down, get everything out, put it in their seat, then put the bag up into
Up,
overhead.
yeah, and then you're
it's like
standing
5
there.
minutes there. You're waiting for it. Like
100%.
if people knew how to get on a goddamn plane, you could board a plane like 10
Travel.
minutes.
That's why I just want to. You guys need to make me rich so I can fly private because I'm
Yeah.
tired of that shit.
So-
it was also like we're the like I said, back of the plane. The people that are in the back of the plane and lined up as soon as they we're lined up 40 people deep. Like we just sat there until it was like 3-4 people left. Go up with our stuff ready, and we're the quickest people there because we know how to do it. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a hard concept. I think travel etiquette is out of this world, and the shit you see on like Barstool, like fights on a planes with flight attendants, is banana lands.
Flight attendants have like probably
The worst. You
a
couldn't
good
pay
job,
me.
but it's like, yeah, you got to deal with some
You
mutants.
like another thing when it comes to flight attendants though, they need if you're paying what you pay for booze on a plane, serve me quicker.
Yeah.
And I don't mean run to me as soon as my cup's empty, but we were on it was an hour and a half flight. They don't start carrying around you're up in the air, so it's probably 40 minutes in. You get a drink, give you 10 minutes to just come back every 10, 15 hey, how's it, do you want another one? That's how you can make so much money and get people bundled, because if I'm paying $5 for a drink on a plane, I'm not drinking for the taste of it. I'm trying to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Trying to go to the bay. So
Blackout bay.
let's speed it up here. I
Yeah.
want another drink.
They also aren't supposed to get you obliterated on the plane.
That's fair too, but
There is rules. Yeah, no, fair
keep
enough.
it coming.
And
I want to get drunk on a plane.
let's go to the end of the flight.
End of the
Okay, so
clapping. You got to clap, right?
no, absolutely not.
What if someone clapped for you as a pilot? Would you immediately just start the plane up? And
I
run
had
into a
one
building?
actually. I had one little kid when I was flying passengers come up to me. He's like, "Sir, that landing was awesome."
Oh, that's
and it
rock
kind of
star.
makes you heart.
That's rock star.
You smile. I was smiling there, but if you want to clap, do it quietly. I don't want to hear you clapping.
I
So
was told that used to be a thing.
I think so.
That's so funny to me.
Not too sure, but let's talk about getting off the plane. So last time going to work, so took a red eye from Calgary to Toronto. If you don't know what a red eye is, it's like when you leave at midnight
Your eyes are
and
red.
you go to the right coast, and it's plus 2 hours from what you were at home. So it's get there at 6:30 in the morning, and I'm near the back, and a few guys just instantly get up as soon as we get to the gate and start walking forward. And this one old guy, and you can tell by the sound of his voice, he never loved his children. It's
God.
one of those voices, just angry at life. One of those guys. But probably the best thing I've ever heard coming out of someone's mouth.
Rip someone.
So this guy gets up, starts walking by, and he's like, "So what makes you think that you can go to the front of the plane instead of the rest of us?" And this guy goes, "Well, it's just been a really long day and I'm really tired." He's like, "You don't think it was a long day for the rest of us? We all took a fucking red eye to Toronto. We're all tired, dude." He's like, this guy doesn't say a word, just walks forward a little bit more because he's like, this guy's a little mean.
Yeah, we're gonna full on brawl.
So we're kind of waiting at the gate. It's another 5 minutes, and this older lady gets up and she tries walking by him, and he is in the aisle seat, turns around, and he goes, "If you want to get off the damn plane first, then buy a first class ticket so you can get off first."
Okay, that's rock star though.
True, man.
That is true.
I love
That's
this.
when you clap.
So this older lady goes back behind me, and then finally when the guys in the front start getting off, she gets up and starts trying to walk by me.
God.
So I kind of lean out like this, and then it's getting close for me to get off. So I lean back in to grab my backpack under the seat, and she sneaks in front of me.
Oh,
So I'm walking behind her off the plane. As soon as we get off, like onto the gate, she starts walking like snail speed, and I had to say something to her, and I did.
you did.
I said, "Good thing you got off the plane first before me. Now I gotta pass you."
Nice.
I was just
put on the
it's like
blinkers
6 in
and
the
get into
morning.
the left lane.
Like haven't slept. I'm just grouchy.
Fair enough.
Going to work.
Oh, and just dealing with people makes me grouchy. Like, people are so stupid.
Like just have like that was the best thing. If you want to get off the plane first,
Yeah, that is
buy a first class
That's
ticket.
baller.
Get
You ever
off.
sat first class?
I actually did on the way coming home. Oh, I got a story about coming home
You
too.
do have to tell that
Right.
one too. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah.
Right now.
So last day of work, they're supposed to get us out that night. Didn't happen.
Nope.
Weather kind of went to shit. Some guys were getting close to their max duty limit on the day, and it wasn't going to work out. Just it shit happens, but it's whatever. So they come get us the next morning. So I get into T-Bay, 12 o'clock. So I missed the first 2 flights to get to Toronto. So I'm like, well, I'll try going to Winnipeg. So get on a flight to Winnipeg, and it's about a half hour delayed. So not a big deal at all.
It's a nice airport.
Yeah.
It's actually really
So
nice.
it's actually a nice airport. So
It is.
we're sitting in Thunder Bay, get on the plane, and got a 1A ticket right in the front. I'm like, yeah, this is a good day. We're gonna get home nice and easy today. So we get on the plane and we're sitting there for like 20 minutes, and I'm like looking at the time, like shit, like we got to get going now. Then the captain comes out and he's like, hey, sorry guys for the other delay, but like we're still waiting on the fuel truck. And I'm like, shit. So as we're on the plane, there's another flight going to Toronto, and I'm like, god damn it, I wish I would have stuck around for that one instead. So we get fueled, we start leaving. As soon as we take off, I'm like, okay, we'll probably land in Winnipeg around 5:15, and that's when the gate shuts for my flight to Calgary. We land at 5:14, and quick taxi to the gate. So I immediately, I'm like in the front, so I can't get up. Right?
You can
stand
get
in the
up.
front.
You bought a first class.
So I'm sitting there like just shaking. I'm like shit. So the flight attendant, I'm like, is Air Canada pretty like chill with like getting on late? And he's like, man, I'm not sure. Like, best of luck. So like we
Did you
wait
tell
like
him you're a pilot?
yeah.
Okay, good.
So we wait like 8 more minutes, and for like the agent to come out so we can walk in, because like at this gate in Winnipeg, you'd like go outside and then inside.
Oh yeah, that was the first time I had to do that. Was in P.E.I.
Yeah,
I never had to do that.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
cool. Kind of feels like a PJ until you're on it and it's a small plane.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So she comes out. I'm like speed walking into the building because you're not supposed to run. That's the rule. I get into the building. Boom. Table on Austin mode. I'm just like juking people, jumping, and like
Spins.
I had to go up some stairs. You know how like some people like 2-step them?
Oh,
like
yeah.
this
You were
one,
3.
I was like 3 or 4. I was like striding
you
up
were
this
putting those
thing.
legs to work.
Putting the legs to work. So sprint to the gate, and I get there, and it's 5:25-ish. We'll call.
Okay.
And the gate was supposed to be shut 10 minutes ago.
Yep.
Supposed to push back at 5:30. So I get there and like
They can
huffing and puffing. They can tell. I'm like, hey, how's your standby passenger? Can I get on still? And this lady's like, I don't know. I think they just started to bring the gate back.
Oh.
So she just looks behind her quick, and she's like, oh no, gate's still there. So she calls down quick. And she's like, hey, I got a guy that just showed up from a late flight inbound. Can you guys get him on? Like, yeah, sure, get him on.
That's rocks.
God bless to this woman and
God bless.
the agents and the Air Canada crew in Winnipeg.
Free ad.
My God, you guys, you have my heart. She got on that computer and she's like, okay, well, I got to rebook you and do this and this, and reopen the flight and close it and print my ticket. Got me on. I'm like running down the gateway to get to the plane, and the guy there's like, what seat are you in? I'm like 18F. He's like, okay, just stop running. You're not supposed to run. So like, put the brakes on, going downhill, almost fall over.
Whoa, that's a big load to stop.
Yeah. Get on the plane, and you know I'm quick, so I'm like there, bags up, shut, in the seat.
Etiquette.
Done. Proper etiquette, because I'm late and I feel terrible.
Were people giving you the?
No, they were all right.
They
so
knew.
the guy who I was sitting with was on the aisle, so I'm like, hey man, I'm in there. He's like, oh, kind of gets up.
Yeah.
Then when I sat down, I explained to him what happened. He's like, oh, that's all good. Glad you made the
Were
flight.
you
or
in your
whatever.
Top Gun suit?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay, that would have been cool.
I was looking clean though.
Okay, good.
So I sit down, and the flight attendant comes to me. She's like, Kate, like 2-hour flight to Winnipeg. You know the drill. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm all good. I said,
I
I'm
fly these fuckers.
I'm like, thank you so much for getting me on. She's like, yeah, no problem. So she starts walking away, goes down like 5 rows, turns around, comes back. Still recording?
Yep.
Yeah. And she comes back to me. She's like, hey, there's like 67 other people on this flight. We don't have much booze back, but if you want to buy some drinks, you can definitely do that. I'm just like, how much?
If I made more.
Yeah, I had captain salary. So she's like, haha, like kind of walks away. Then I'm like passed out. So we get to Calgary and I'm
Dude,
getting
it
off.
would have been rockstar if you bought the plane to drink.
It would have been.
Would have cost you 2 months
Yeah, I don't-
salary, but it
yeah.
would have been rockstar.
So I get off and I waited till the end to get off so I could like thank them. I'm like, thank you guys so much for letting me on. Like, you have no idea how much this helps me out. And she's like, yeah, no problem. She's like, where were you? I'm like, oh, I came on an inbound and it was like half hour delayed. She's like, oh, okay, well, best of luck. We'll see you next time. I'm like,
Probably not.
if my brother wasn't in like waiting at the airport
Yeah,
for me,
that's fair.
I was gonna offer to go get some drinks if they were done
that
their
would have
day.
been fire.
Yeah, but
Just talk planes and stuff.
oh yeah,
You and your
fires me up.
pilots.
Yeah. So,
One thing I wanted to talk to you about, I mentioned it quick, is I think it is the most rock star thing when pilots, when you're leaving the airport and they get the plane going and you hit the runway, when they don't stop.
Yeah.
They just fucking wheel around the corner. Oh, gone. Then you know you're in safe hands. You know you have a veteran that just wants to go fast and just let's get this fucking over with.
Yeah.
I'm getting better with it. I wasn't a massive plane fan.
Yeah.
I'm getting better. So, but when we have to sit and it's like revving up and I'm like, oh, is something going to go wrong? Like, I don't have time to think of it when this guy just wheels around the corner and gone.
Yeah.
So if you don't, I need you to incorporate that because it's rock.
So since like flying like as a job, I think I've only had to do that like 2 or 3 times just because like you're waiting.
What, stop?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
stop
good.
because you'd be like waiting for like a takeoff clearance or
Fair.
something.
And like stuff like that. Like, I don't know what's going on in the cockpit, but if you can, turn and burn.
Yeah.
Let's rock and roll.
No, especially like when we're up north, like on the gravel strips, you don't want to stop because if you stop
Slow
and sit
down.
there, then get going, then you're gonna kick up rocks. Especially when you got to jam the power up because we got short runways. So we're always going on the move.
Do you like...
We don't stop.
I think I've asked you this before, but do you like takeoff or landing more?
You have asked me this. I don't know.
You don't know.
It depends on the day.
Fair.
I'd say landing
Really?
because that's what it comes down to.
Get that bitch on the ground.
Yeah.
I hate landing. Especially the guys that like bounce. I'm just so like takeoff. It's like, okay, we're going fast. Like, I think we're gonna get this. But coming in, I don't know what that guy's seeing. I don't know if we're gonna get this thing down. Like, I gotta trust you guys.
Yeah.
It blows my mind. Planes just something about them. I don't know how you do it. It boggles my mind.
There's nothing like being up north when it's pitch black out, 40 knot crosswind, blowing snow, and you got to get that big girl down.
I don't know how you do it.
It gets the heart pumping.
Even
It's
the
pretty
time you
fun.
took me flying and
Yeah.
that storm rolled in, and I thought we were landing sideways. I don't know. Like, I'm not a fan of it.
I remember
Flying is not
I looked
my
at
thing.
I looked at like the forecast and we had like an hour gap of like good weather.
Yeah, we went for just about 2.
No, it was an hour. Maybe it was 2.
Felt like 5.
Yeah.
Fuck planes.
I remember leaving one of the guys there's like, you're going? I'm like, yeah, we got an hour of good weather.
Yeah, he did. He was like, that just made me feel great. You're going? Let's get in this little thing. Weighs as much as the... But just some travel stories for the pod right off the hop. And you know what else is traveling fast?
What's that?
That typical OV one-timer. We put out fan questions. How about the picture I chose?
Yes.
Pokemon mode Ovechkin. Anyways, someone asked about it, and I actually wanted to touch on it. Is him breaking Gretzky's record? And like, what are your thoughts on it? Do you want him to? Do you not want him to? Like, where do you stand on that?
150%. I want him to break that record.
Me too.
Like 100%. I think right now he's already the greatest scorer of all time. Just the competition he's got to play against, the goaltenders he's got to shoot against. And I love just watching him on the power play just stand there in the office. OVVISE.
Tweet that.
Ovie's office.
He's me in beer league.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just standing there, but you know when I pounce on 6 points, 2 games in beer league, in case anyone was keeping track. But
Checkmate.
just how long has he been playing? 16 years, whatever it is. Everyone knows where it's coming from.
And his shot hasn't got weaker too.
No, and you
which is
can't
nuts.
stop it. And I'm never gonna argue. Oh, he's a better goal scorer than Gretzky. Gretzky didn't have the technology. The goalies are harder now. Like, all that bullshit. We can't. Like, it's totally different. And
Yeah.
But I 1,000% want to see him break this record. He's on pace to. He's had a hot start.
Yeah.
If he can get 50 this year, I think it's over with. I also think he would pull a Yager to break it. And I think if he's old enough, the day he scores that one goal, he might leave
That
and get on a
right there.
private to Moscow.
Yeah.
And just
I
do
think
shots of vodka.
Start of the season, I remember I just did the math quick, and I think
It's like 35 for 4 years, right?
38 for 4 years. I think
38? Okay.
So it's like super doable for
Oh,
him.
100. If he gets 50 this year, you're set.
Yeah, then he's like 3 years. It's confirmed. Done.
100%. I want to see him do it so
Do you think
bad.
he just wants to beat it by like one? Just get his name number
Well,
one?
I mean,
or does
like,
he want to...
if it's mid, like I think the year he does it,
He'll finish the year.
he'll retire.
Yeah.
It's also like if he has a sick year though, and like he still has years on his contract,
Team's good.
play it out,
Yeah.
right? Like he's still playing well, but and even if it's like late in his career, which it already is late, but I mean like late, like can't really skate. Mm-hmm. Like you said, he stands still and shoots from one place.
Yeah.
He could easily get 15 just on the power play.
Yeah, if you are letting the Caps get 3 power plays a game, he's scoring on one of them.
100.
Like, if you don't want him to...
I just said 100% again, but we've said it 9 times in the OV segment, so I didn't.
Yeah. But if you have a power play, he's scoring.
Yes. And I don't know. I'm a huge Ovechkin fan. I think he's been electric for the game. Mm-hmm. What he's done for Washington, he's made them a franchise worth caring about. Seeing him win the cup is actually, I have to say, one of my favorite hockey moments.
I saw that saved on my Snapchat. Him raising that cup.
That's chills.
Like, I got goosebumps when that happened. I might have him right now. Actually, I don't know.
Put a jacket on.
Yeah, it's a little chilly.
I'm a huge Ovi fan, so I do hope he does that. And that question was brought to you by Dairy Queen Innisfail. That's what Ovi eats and drinks at before he gets on the bench. He's loading up with chicken strips, blizzards, fries, onion rings, the burger, flamethrower. I heard Ovi loves flamethrower. Crosses the sauces. And then
He's a sauce crosser.
And then he goes right up to their free refills.
Yep.
And he doubles down on the Coke on the bench. And so he goes to Dairy Queen Innisfail, my favorite place to eat, Carter's favorite place to eat. So if you ever want to shoot like Ovi, like I do, because I eat Dairy Queen, then go check out my boy Mark and the team at Dairy Queen Innisfail.
Good one.
Thank you.
Always.
Yeah.
But I think him standing there on the power play is actually like kind of genius. Because I feel like a team will just see him standing there and it's just like not threatening.
Boom.
But you know he's there and it's
I would love to
fairy
see.
dust.
No one's going to do it just because like hockey sense. I kind of just want to see a defenseman go stand beside him.
Just stand there
And then just play 4-on-3. Like I kind of want to see it. Just like say you're playing the Canuck, Tyler Myers, big dumb idiot, just go stand next to him.
That'd be such a troll move.
That'd be so
Just
funny.
Stand there with him.
But it's also like, okay, then you have Kuznetsov, Carlson, Oshie, and Backstrom. Like they're probably still going to score.
Too.
But no,
I
I thought
thought to open up.
that was a question from our good friend Justin. So I thought I had to answer that one.
I asked you the other day, but like hockey.
What
the fuck?
What a sport.
Like how did we come to let's take this little rubber,
Make it compact.
and hard as fuck, and let's just rip it around the ice.
But
Put some knives on our feet. Put some boards around and skate 30 kilometers an hour.
You can't go anywhere.
At each other.
You're gonna run into each other.
And let's call it hacky.
I've caught myself. I'll just be laying on the couch and I'll just be watching and I'll be like, why do I like this sport? Mm-hmm. Like what? But I love it obviously. But it's just like I think the same thing. Just a bizarro world. All sports, if you think about it.
I wonder in hockey, like just with the evolution of it, like what's gonna be the next big game changer?
Brett Fox coaching the NHL.
That like what? Like maybe somebody brings in this genius system and it changes the game.
I don't
like
know.
you know, like
because we always think like, oh, you've done everything you can, but
Yeah.
I agree.
It's impossible.
Especially like coaching, like you're always trying to think of something new.
Yeah.
Like what is it? It's actually just play Islanders hockey. You just put 5 guys in the neutral zone and don't do anything.
Yeah.
That's the next innovation. Make hockey fun again.
Are the Flames nasty?
Confirmed.
Yeah.
Well, I can't really confirm it yet until Big Heat Daddy confirms it.
Yeah.
But I think we're nasty.
We're
Mangiapane's confirmed nasty. That dude's
setting records right now. What do we got? 7
shutouts in our first
19
19 games. First time since 1929.
Since the forward pass was allowed.
That's insane.
That's unbelievable.
Shout out Markey and Vladar. Kid's kicking.
Darth Vader, baby.
Darth Vader. No, it's fun to watch. What the thing with the Flames though?
I'm not getting excited.
Me neither. And that's what sucks because it's like in past years I would be gung ho like. And don't get me wrong, we're watching games. We sit on the couch, watch the games.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm not going around bragging like you Oiler fans are. Or
you Oiler fans better humble yourself.
You better.
Because just remember, oil's gonna oil.
You better hope you win a
Oil's
playoff
always
round.
gonna oil. Yeah.
Yes, we both love McDavid. We talk about McDavid. We think he's nasty. We give you your props, but we're in fucking November. Shut up. Just shut up. Your goalie's Koskinen and Mike Smith. Stuart Skinner looks good. But
Yeah.
anyways, So I'm like you said, I'm not excited because it just scares the shit out of me that the wheels are falling off somewhere.
And I just know like what comes up has to go down.
And
let's say both Alberta teams are a
usually
little hot right now.
We usually come down faster than we go up too. Like, but their boys are humming.
They look
give
so
credit
good.
when credit's due.
They're looking like
Daryl Sutter.
Like Daryl's coaching them, but why do they look creative? Like they're just like shit's opening up for them.
They are, but
I don't get it.
Hey, defense wins championships, and they got it locked down.
Sutter knows how to win. A couple rings now.
Couple rings, yeah. Locked out of the LA dressing room too. It's rock star. That guy's a sick coach. Probably got some stories. He should come on the pod.
Should.
I'm a big Daryl fan.
Get all the Sutter boys on.
Sutter boys could probably get. Yeah, that'd be sick. They got some. Yeah,
some farm animals. Legit farm animals. Yeah.
But fuck, do they know hockey? It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Another thing we got on our Instagram was about Canada and like some major countries possibly boycotting the Olympics.
Do you know why? Like, what's going on?
So there was a tennis player in China. Yeah, so because like the Olympics are in China.
I just read she's safe, but I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, so this morning I saw that she's safe, but she was missing for a while. And I think people had some suspicions. I don't know if she said something about the government or I don't know. But she went missing and it was fishy. So I think Canada, US, I don't know too much about it, but they were like really considering not going to the Olympics because of this reason. Which me and my dad were talking about it. I'm like, I get it if you want to make a point. And I think they did make a point, and I think that's why she's safe now is because maybe China saw some major players in the globe might just say fuck you to us and not show up, and then we looked terrible.
What makes no sense to me, and I get the Olympic committee and like everything that goes into it. I think it's actually pretty corrupt. I think it's pretty fucked up. Actually, you work 4 years and you make $30,000 maybe. Like I think it's a joke.
Yeah, you don't. You live your life backwards.
Yes,
you get because you just get a lot of funding. Well, not anymore. You just get a lot of funding, and training, and sponsors and stuff. You know, you go represent your country. Maybe you get a gold medal. Maybe you're just on TV for a minute and a half, and then it's
over.
Kick you out the door.
What I was gonna say is, and I know like we have like China, it's a huge market, the most people in the world, like all this. But at the end of the day, why are we not looking for like what is safe? Like how many stories are there of athletes going over there being treated like shit? There was those pictures going around the internet at the summer games of like cardboard beds. Yeah. Why are we doing it in dog shit countries? Well, no, you never heard anything wrong when it was in Vancouver. Well run because it was in a stable country.
I mean, it was a bit of a shit show. Like there was no snow and like the ceremony.
Well, yeah, but that's that stuff we can't control. But it's like take care of these world class athletes, put on a show that the whole world is going to be watching, and like treat them like the professionals they are. It's sickening to see how these people are treated.
Yeah.
And you wonder why the NHL doesn't want to send their players. Because they won't. We're not allowed to use... NHL is not allowed to use any clips from it. They can't market their players over there.
No,
Tavares got hurt that 1 year.
Yeah.
The Islanders got no insurance money, got nothing. They had to lose their best player for a year. I think it's a joke how they're treated.
Yeah.
On the other side of things, boy, oh boy, do I want them to go. I don't care about Summer Olympics. I love the Winter Olympics.
Yeah, and like the one thing I was thinking of is you do have these athletes who spend their whole lives.
Lives. You get
training.
You get two.
Yeah, training for this sport to possibly just compete in one Olympics, and you're competing for let's say 2 minutes max. Their whole life, and then your country decides no. Sorry, guys.
But it's also like I don't blame the countries either right now.
Fuck, could that be heartbreaking?
Oh, I just want to see the NHL player best on best again.
Yeah.
I just want to see Crosby, McDavid, McKinnon once in my lifetime.
That would be.
That's all I want to see. Give me that power play.
I remember like when the NHL, like when they didn't let them go to the Olympics, like I think everybody was so mad about it. Like, why wouldn't you do this? But then you
understand.
2 or 3 years later, you understand like why, and now you see it. It's more inevitable than ever.
Just like have it in well-run places. Also, like we're going Winter Olympics, so that means China has to put a team that competes in every event. Why? Like we're seriously gonna put a China hockey, and no offense, we're gonna put a China hockey team against like Canada, States, Russia. Like what good is that doing?
Not great. I feel like the Olympics also has lost its like glamour. Yeah, I think that's why none of like the bigger countries are going after it anymore. And it's a lot of resources for not a lot you get out of it.
100.
Like you get a lot out of it for the 14 days or whatever it's on for, but after that, like there's a lot of facilities that
is
they're run down though because Olympics are over. Okay, well we don't need this anymore.
COP is one of the only ones that still gets used, I think.
Yeah, and I know they just took out the bobsled track, and I know where was it, Sarajevo? Their bobsled track, it's completely like graffitied, and some people will like run. Well, I guess there was a war there, but like people will just like take their bikes down and stuff. Like it's just,
I think Whistler. Well, like
a lot of stuff in Brazil looks like it was built 90 years ago. It's so run down now.
No, I understand. I understand why they don't want to host it, but.
And you could put like you could put your money to a lot better things. Like even like Calgary was trying to bid for 20 whatever it was, and they did a city vote. Yeah, and it was close, but it was still no. And I think the best thing to do with the Olympics is definitely reuse facilities. Mm-hmm. Like
COP's done it very well.
Put it in fucking Whistler, Vancouver again.
Oh, that wasn't beast. Like when it was in Vancouver, that was a juice Olympics.
That track is nasty there.
Oh yeah, fast. And that rink, like perfect rink and everything, like that was beautiful. And that just kind of like you think.
I think actually one of the best Winter Olympics like setup was Sochi. Everything in
Sochi was well run.
That one conglomerate. Mm-hmm. It was unreal to watch. I think it was like a lot better for the athletes too. I do know, Canada, we have been slacking on our funding for our athletes. I think it was 24. Yeah, the Sochi Olympics. I've heard some of the bobsled girls had to buy their own tickets.
No.
Yes, they had to buy their own tickets back and forth to go.
That's brutal.
That's disgusting.
As long as we just mop the states in hockey.
Actually, maybe I should get her on the pod one day. Like my neighbor actually used to coach
bobsled.
Bobsled, yeah.
Have you ever gone down in one? Really?
I did skeleton for a bit.
Seriously?
You know that?
I did. Well, no. Actually, that shit scares me.
The old young Carter could run pretty quick back in the day. Had some quick legs.
Where did you do that?
In Calgary.
Really?
Won a few times. Yeah.
Was it like a fun thing or like you were competing?
I wanted to compete.
Really?
Was a thing. So like I started it when I was 17. Went did the tryouts and shit. Went really well. I think when I tried out, I was like ranked 2 in the tryout.
No way.
About when I was 17, so I was like little bragging rights there.
Wow.
But yeah, I was 17 when I went. Loved it like instantly. That shit's like crack. Like just the adrenaline. It's nuts. So I did it, and then there was what was the league or whatever. I think it was just like a North American thing. So you just like went to the North American tracks one year. So like the coach asked me to go on that team, but the next year was would have been my last year midget, and then that summer I decided I want to go in the Air Force.
Oh,
didn't go obviously, but so I was like, okay, it's probably a smart decision to not go after this.
You're playing your midget hockey, getting a D1 scholarship to Air Force.
No, that wasn't the reason, but it was nice to play my last year. But I think the main thing was like, I want to be a pilot, so maybe I shouldn't do this, and maybe put my resources and time and focus. It's something that'll benefit me in the long run, right? So, and then good thing I did it because
you're a pilot.
I'm a pilot, and now that track's closed down.
Oh, true, that too. But you're also a pilot. Yeah. In case anyone didn't know, what would you actually like? Have you thought about the Air Force again? Like, would you ever do it?
I don't think I do now.
Don't love Canada enough.
I wouldn't go that far, but the more comes down to zeros I can put my bank account.
Fair.
It would be kind of sick. That'd be to go fly fighter jets around.
Little F-18 action.
Yeah, that'd be nuts.
I just want to fly it over stadiums. Is there a job for that?
I feel like if you're just one of them, you probably can
convince them.
Yes. I don't think they just have like stadium flyer.
That's not a job.
No.
Oh, you have to earn that.
Yeah.
Shit, I go Maverick mode up there.
Oh, it'd be nuts.
We should watch that movie tonight. It's my favorite movie. Top Gun.
That's probably the hardest job in the world though.
Fighter pilot. To do. Yeah.
So when I applied for the Air Force, like
you actually applied?
No, I applied like
holy shit.
This is funny. This is pretty funny. So went to Calgary to do you had to do an aptitude test and like an interview and stuff, a smart test, see how dumb or smart you are. So apparently
that's where your hopes ended.
So a little bit. So the Air Force is like one of the hardest spots to get into. So that year they're only taking this many. Four guys that year. So I go on there, all bright and bushy-tailed.
How old were you?
I was 17.
Oh, fresh.
Yeah, fresh.
Okay.
So I go in there, write the test. A lot harder than I expected it to be because they had like a practice one on their website.
I was just gonna ask.
Dumb easy. But this one was a lot harder. So I guess I did good on it. So when the recruiter brought me to the office, he goes, Carter, like, what's your favorite sport? I'm like, hockey at the time. So he's like, well, you scored a goal, but you didn't get a hat trick. Was the quote he said. And right there I was like, done. All right. So he's like, yeah, you got a good enough score to get in like the next stage of like the recruitment process. But he's like, dude, there's 4 spots. And we have 30 guys that already have better scores on this. So I'm like,
That's
well,
fair.
I'm like, thanks for that or whatever. I'm probably out.
Do you think he had like something to say for every sport, or do you think he was praying it was hockey? Like if you were like football, I'm just trying to think what the analogy, like you scored a touchdown but missed the extra point, or
you threw for 300, but 450 would have been nice.
but
I don't
still,
know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I think he was just praying you said hockey.
Hockey, yeah. I should have done something like outrageous, like
Yeah, like
cricket.
yeah,
or something.
He would have known. Well, yeah, he would have known. You should have thrown. And then he'd been like, boom. Actually, that's what failed the test.
Maybe.
Yeah, you were too typical.
Maybe.
Yeah, you should have said, like you said,
Yeah.
some outrageous. You should have been like skydiving.
I was really good at math, but
Uh-huh.
that English section they had on it, there was words in there I had never even dreamt of hearing.
Yeah.
Like just unbelievable. I'm like,
Like probably.
who the hell knows this shit? Like,
Yeah. And why do I need to know this to fly a plane?
no.
How long of training is that?
So I think the program. So there's 2 programs. You could have went to like a flight school, so you just get your pilot's license and stuff, or you go to the RMC, Royal Military College. You get a degree out of it.
Oh,
I just want to fly planes. I don't want to be an engineer or anything. So it would have been like a couple years in school, but because they pay for your school, so it would have been I had to be in the Air Force for a dozen years before I could leave.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's a commitment.
yeah,
in
no, for
itself.
sure.
Yeah.
But it would have been cool. Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that about you. Look at us learning. Oh. Excuse me.
How about you? What are you like with learning?
Oh, God. You just bring this up after you knew I just had a one-on-one meeting with my soil teacher.
Yep.
Yeah, no. If you know me, it's pretty easy to tell. I like to have fun. And I don't focus real well. I have self-diagnosed myself with ADHD. So, yeah, learning isn't a strong suit of mine. If I put my mind to it, though, I can do it.
Yeah.
It's just I don't find stuff that I don't like interesting. Obviously, you don't like it. So then I don't know. I can't say I don't put my full effort into it. It's just a tough thing to do, learn.
Yeah.
Like you want me, I can tell you stats from 2003, but I couldn't tell you about the colloids I learned about today.
No.
Like, right?
I'm the same way too. Like,
I'm also a doer.
yeah.
Like, I can't sit
Learn
in
to do
class
by-
and learn.
Learn to do by doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tweet that.
4-H quote right there.
Really?
Yeah.
Of course you were 4-H fucking cows.
Fucking versatile, man.
Apparently.
But I hated school. I was all right at it, but yeah, I wasn't a fan of it. Even like when I was going to flight school, like I've wanted to be a pilot since I was like 4 years old. Like it's literally 4 years old. Like that's what I wanted to be. But I remember my mom being like, "Why aren't you studying? Like, shouldn't this be easy to study if this is what you want to do?" I'm like, "No,
No.
school sucks. I hate sitting there and like having to like
Can you
put
imagine?
words in your head.
Can
I
you
just want to go
imagine
and
if
fly
we-
planes, bro.
If we remembered school like we did song lyrics.
Song lyrics and stats.
Stats.
Oh man,
my goodness.
you remember what you care about.
Exactly. And I just don't care
Yeah.
about dirt. Apparently.
I feel like 90% of my brain is sports stats and song lyrics.
Yes.
The other 10 is just everything else I know.
Which
Which
isn't
isn't
much.
much.
Yeah, I'm with it. Speaking of stats, a guy who likes to put up little stats with big words.
Odell
Beckham Jr.
Yeah, he's now wearing number 3 for the amount of times he's wrecked his ankle.
Tweet that. Looks sick in it though. Just
You did
'cause-
say he is the drippiest player in the league.
drippiest.
Doesn't matter.
I said to you the moment he was on free agent, that guy could go anywhere and make any jersey look good.
Yeah.
He made the worst jerseys in the NFL and New York Giants look good. He can make anyone look good, and my God, does he look phenomenal in that bright blue in LA. But also, that guy loves to tear apart locker rooms.
So, I know we talked about this a bit. I saw an article, more than one article, is teammates love him, coaches hate him.
Yeah.
Is what I've seen.
I think some teammates are getting sick of him, though.
That too. Like, he is competitive as fuck.
Yeah,
Let's give him that. He wants to
everyone
win.
wants to win.
But I think
You're
he,
in the
wants
NFL.
maybe wants to win a little more than other guys. I think a lot of guys are there.
Does he? Seems to just love Instagram.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, I
That's
hope.
a second job though, right?
Yeah, for those guys, they
It
treat it
is.
like it.
Yeah.
And fair, get your bank, but
Yeah. Also, he's probably like one of the top 3 biggest sports presence in the world.
yes,
And that's
there's no denying. And I love Odell.
No, me too. It's a tough guy to play with. That's why I don't think, like, I think he's hard to play with.
Yeah,
He's one of the most talented guys, but I think
Yes.
just him being there puts a pressure on your shoulders that a lot of guys can't handle.
I honestly, like, as big of a fan as I am, like, I think that hindered Baker.
100%.
I mean, stats don't lie. He's better without Odell. Like, you want to...
Is he though?
Well, no, like
a bit. 'Cause I saw, like, first game-
statistically, he is.
Yeah, first
Like,
game after.
I'm not
balled
talking
out.
just now.
Yeah.
Like, Baker's playing with half a body right now, so people
Fair
need to
enough.
lay off. But over the career without Odell, his stats are better, and you want to keep your stars happy. So there is a pressure to feed them, and it's also not always the right thing to do, especially when everyone's double teaming them.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I don't know how it's going to go in LA. I think on paper, them and the Bucks are the two most talented teams. I don't know. Do you think? Go ahead.
The league is rapidly changing from what it was
I was just
5 weeks ago. Like, Chiefs are looking good, and the scariest thing is, like, it looks like they're having fun.
no. You know
And
what's
that's
the scariest
not
thing
good.
is? How good do the Patriots look?
Mac Jones, real deal.
He is the real James Neal, real
I
deal.
know you hate Tyrann Matthew, but he was kind of praising
Oh,
your
he
boy during that
was.
tweet.
He
He's like,
was.
what do you say? He's like, yeah, Mac Jones wasn't.
All you
it,
people didn't like him on draft night because he's a fat little white boy.
Yeah.
Look at him now.
What was
He's-
the word he used? Like, he's not.
They didn't have time for. Oh, they called him something.
No, Mac. Like, Tyrann said, like, yeah, none of you guys thought, like, it was like he wasn't flashy enough
Right.
or
He
something.
doesn't run around. Doesn't run a 4.2.
Now you guys, all you guys will love him.
Oh.
And I think like he's in a,
The best.
Great
the
system.
best system. 100%.
and I feel like they've
They've built it around him.
that too, and they've progressed him the right way. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he wasn't throwing like intermediate or long passes at the start. It was quick slants, short passes, and they're slowly
Brady mode.
letting him, you know, do
More
what he wants.
playbook.
Yeah, more playbook, more plays, and feel like he's just smarter than most guys. Like, I know when Cam was there was rumors saying that Mac was helping Cam learn the
Yes.
playbook.
I
Yeah.
read that too. Also, Cam doesn't seem like the brightest individual,
No.
but
Guy stole laptops
hey,
in Florida.
but that's I'm gonna praise it. That's Bama built though. You have
fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then coming out of Bama, you either flourish like that or you just learn how to drive Corvettes really fast. I don't know what you're teaching over there, but yeah. Anyway,
That was terrible to see though.
horrible.
We're not gonna really talk into that, but
yeah,
it was hard to
shouldn't
see.
have made a joke with that. That was sad.
Yeah.
But no, I think that's credit to Nick Saban and how he develops his quarterbacks,
I think the
his
big,
players.
yeah, like you go to Bama to win. I feel like learning how to win is a skill that's underrated.
Especially like football. Like I've
Yeah.
obviously played, but like what you need to know, and I've learned, not even a cent of what they have. But the way, like, you think, I was just gonna say, like, name an Alabama bust, and a couple come to mind.
I can name one of my favorite players, Trent Richardson. Yeah,
But like they get 10 kids drafted a year, and none of they're all players.
like what I saw a list the other day. It's nuts.
They have the
Like,
most in the NFL.
who they have playing right now that are like studs.
They're not just your everyday.
No, like they're
player.
your top 5 highest players on your team. Like
Eddie Jackson was a 5th round pick coming out of Bama in Chicago, and when he signed his deal, he was the highest paid safety in the league. The guy's a stallion.
I think we're wide receiver you, we're DBU.
Football you,
Like, it's just-
linebacker you,
yeah.
not DB. Shut up.
Patty Surtain,
No LSU dude, Ohio State.
Diggs, leading the league in picks this year.
Don't even get me going on LSU. That whatever doesn't matter.
LSU.
They're DBU.
Are they?
Yes. Tyrann Matthew, Patrick Peterson. Got
They're good.
Stingley coming out this year.
They're good.
Even Ohio State's in that convo.
They are. We'll have to put a list together.
We will.
Yeah, because it's hard to think of everybody.
It is.
Well,
There's
3
so
teams.
many. Jalen Mills.
Yeah,
Don't get me going.
but we produce.
You're football you.
Yeah,
Just football.
it's all right.
Oh, you think? And they're just heating up right now in the college football playoff talk. Wild. What else you got? I was full steam ahead there for a while.
Yeah, I like it. I was on the Instagram. It said if we get bored, talk about the F1 championships, and it's
Oh.
close.
Yeah, shout out Mike Arthur.
Yeah, shout out Mike.
And
One
Mike
week,
Kello.
yeah, and Kello. Yeah, we should get him on again.
He's driving. Ran into his dad the other
It's
day.
tight. Did you?
Yeah, so he's doing well. Shout out
That's
Mike.
awesome. Yeah. Tight,
Anyways, go ahead.
tight chip between top 2 spots.
Who is it?
Verstappen and Hamilton.
Yeah, okay.
So
I don't know much, but I knew it was them.
Max is 1, Hamilton's 2. They're like an 8-point spread right now, which is not much. So For a race, first place gets 25 points, second gets 18. So that's how close
Oh,
it
wow.
is. Yeah. So if like, let's say next race, well, so for this year qualifying, you can get points in it too because they do a sprint race to qualify. So it's tight. It's gonna go down to the wire. They got 2 races left.
Who do you want?
I don't know. I like to see a little change up and Max get it, but if
This is record breaking, right?
Lewis gets it this year, like he has the record for the most championships. I already think he's the GOAT.
Fair.
So
yeah.
not last week, maybe it was the weekend before. Wasn't doing anything that weekend at work, so caught the qualifying, practice, and the race. Hamilton did an engine change, so you only can change your engine so many times a year, so we got a grid penalty because of that.
Ooh.
So in qualifying in the sprint race, he had to start from the back. So he went from 20th to 5th place in like 23 laps or something,
Wow.
like nuts. But then he had a +5 grid penalty, so 5 to 10. So he started the race in 10th place. This motherfucker won it. 10-1. Won the
insane.
damn race. Like, insane.
Talking about Odell being a drippy individual, that dude.
That guy.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. I need to get into it. I watched that Drive to Survive or whatever on Netflix.
It's got a lot of people into
It's
it.
electric.
It is,
Like
yeah.
the show is electric. I just don't like. I don't watch it for some reason. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but it is. Oh, that's pretty cool.
And like, I do want to see Max win it. Just a change.
He's a beauty.
Great driver. These two have had an unbelievable year. Just like a good rivalry, good battles. A little edgy at sometimes.
Does
but
Lewis, like, how old is he? Would he retire if he gets the championship?
I don't think so.
Or the record?
He's
No.
like maybe mid 30s.
Okay.
Maybe, but I think he's like one of those individuals. Like he's like McDavid,
Like he just
a Gretzky,
going forever.
a Sid,
I'm gonna be the best.
a Kobe. Yeah, you just a complete gamer.
Fair. I
But-
get it. You have to have that in you.
I think they're in Saudi Arabia this week, and then they're in Abu Dhabi the next. So 2 races left, 8-point spread.
When is it?
It's going. They were just in Abu Dhabi this week. I can't remember. Anyways, 2 races left. It's tight. It's anyone's game. It is literally anyone's game. A race.
Sounds like you're sports commentating there. It's anyone's race coming down to the wire. Huge shout out, first off, we're like 5th off. The boys at Wet Jeans.
Yeah.
Robbie and my boy Andy. They shouted your boy out on the podcast.
Did.
I sent a little video message thing in like they asked. Patreon subscriber as I am.
$5.50 Canadian a month. Go subscribe.
Go subscribe. We love those boys. They inspire me each and every day to get up, go to the gym, eat healthy, all the other good things I do for my body. And they shouted me out on the pod. Guy went through my Instagram to confirm that I am missing an arm. They also deemed me as their first one-arm listener. So you could say it was a big week for me. That's
pretty cool.
That's pretty high praise. I might put that in my bio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Might have to.
Wet Jeans only, first and only
One-arm listener.
one-arm listener. You just don't get that, man.
It was funny on the pod how he's like, in Robbie voice, this guy legit.
Hey, let's check his Instagram.
Oh yeah. No, he's got one arm for
He's
sure.
missing an arm. I love those two. But no, I'm I don't know, what are we at here? That 40? 48?
We're probably close to 50 something now, maybe.
Buzzing.
One more thing on here from the Instagram. Do you have any bad advice you've received that has gone well?
Yes.
Or some bad advice that you want to give out there?
Oh,
Yeah.
bad advice gone well. I would say it's probably not good advice to tell people you can always retake a class, but you can never relive a party. That has always gone well for me.
We can't time travel yet.
It always goes well. I don't miss a good time, and I don't regret it once. Mm-hmm. I should have stayed and went to class on Friday. Should have stayed and went to class on Monday, but no, I went to P.E.I.
That way.
That's a memory.
Yeah.
You think I'm going to remember that Friday class?
Nope.
Also, dump and chase. Who told me that's bad advice? I want to score goals. I'm not laying the body. I'm dangling.
Blocking shots?
No, that's why the goalie gets paid
Exactly.
so
I
much.
think I've ever blocked a shot purposely in my life.
Flamingo mode.
Never. Yes.
Bad advice.
Break your foot.
That was an interesting one. Thanks, Bender. No, there. How about you? Any bad
Speaking
advice?
of, like I said, we don't have time travel yet. Do you know what I think is time travel machines? Dryers.
What? What do you,
Because, like, how many times do you put socks in the dryer and they're gone? Where are they going to?
I don't know if I only have like black socks. I don't really notice.
I feel like every time I do laundry, when I take my socks off, put my dirty laundry, I'm like, okay, 2 of them in there. There's a pair to get washed.
You only get
Go in
one.
the washer. They go to the dryer, and I'm always missing like 2 socks. Like, so I'm dropping 2 pairs every time I do laundry. I don't know where they're going. I do not know where they're going.
I also think this house eats laundry.
That too.
I've lost so many shirts since moving in here.
Same.
I don't know where they at. I lost my Kobe shirt.
We lost a few things.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah,
no.
Not
Time
yet, I
traveling.
guess.
Time traveling, yeah. I don't want to relive any nights. I just want to feel a couple things twice. That's all.
Yeah. Wow. Where do we go from here?
I don't know.
I keep looking down.
And we're out of it. I don't even write anything anymore.
No. That's a good pod, though.
It's a good pod.
Yeah, so.
See what the people think.
Well, should we wrap it up?
Wrap it up.
Yeah. Fellas,
Ladies,
stay safe out there. Rather talk with you than about you.
don't do anything I wouldn't do. It's a short list.
Don't block shots. Don't dump and
Don't
chase.
chase.
But always stay gassed up.
God bless.